Alright, I'm going to make a video as well on how to set a gripper. Several of my friends are asking me. I know there's been a couple questions on the board lately. The way I like to do it, everybody's different. Everybody's hands shaped differently, but for the most part, you want to try to keep the dog leg, which is the side that has the straight spring, or the part of the spring that's the straightest. On the other side, it starts to bend or curve a little sooner. But that, I don't know if that really even helps or not, but if anything, it's psychological. But anyways, I always have the dog leg in my palm. I like to have the dog leg on this crease in my palm. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting. On this crease right here. Also, I want to be choked down on the gripper. Instead of holding it way up here, I want to be further down. In fact, what I like to do is have the end of the handle, if I turn it this way, it's splitting my pinky. The reason I do that is because after my set, my pinky is halfway on the end of the handle. So it's not completely on it like this because you're losing leverage, and it's not completely off of it. Some people can close bigger grippers with just 3 fingers, but a lot of times you wind up with this where you can't see if the gripper's closed. So I like having my pinky just halfway on the end of the handle. But importantly, I think the most important thing about setting a gripper is during your set, I see a lot of this. As they're beginning to set, I see that dog leg sliding down the back of their palm, in whoever's palm. So what I like to do, and I know John Eaton's touched on this in one of his videos, and the way he describes it, which is real good, is kind of almost taking your hand and putting it at a 90, which essentially you're creating a wall for that gripper handle to hit on, so it can't slide back. It won't slide up your palm, it just basically hits that wall. And the way John Eaton did it, or the way he described it, is kind of pinching your hand together like this, and then you just drop the gripper in there, and now you have that wall here. But I'm doing the same thing. I'm not physically making this with my hand here and then dropping the gripper in. What I like to do is post the handle and then hold it like this with my fingers at a 90 to my palm, because that really helps with the gripper handle not sliding back in your palm. I think that's the biggest thing for everyone. And what feels most uncomfortable is everyone's kind of holding the gripper like this, and as they're setting it, this back handle's sliding back in their palm, they're losing all their leverage. But another thing too, and I'll try to go over a few details which matter when all the little details add up. That could be the difference between you closing it or not. But what I like to do too, and you see Timu, as a matter of fact, do this a lot, is he'll open his thumb up way far back and then throw it forward. Open up, throw it forward. What that's doing is that's stretching his skin, and it's also stretching the skin around this dog leg. Because if you look right now, the handle's kind of buried into my palm, and a lot of times it'll even kind of cause my skin to bind up right here. And when that's happening, I know the handle's really dug into my skin, and it should stay there during my set. Another mistake I see a lot of people making is during their set, they're trying to pinch the handles together. Well, I don't pinch the handles together at all. In fact, what I do is my thumb is here, so it looks like I'm trying to pinch them together. But what I'm doing is I'm just pushing the handle into my palm real hard, causing that knurling to grab my skin. And another thing too, is usually my arms aren't out here. I like to cock my elbow out, so I'm using my chest. Another mistake I see people making is not where their thumb is, but their index. I see some people grabbing the handle with the end of the handle in this finger joint, or I see some people doing it here. I see some people doing it here. Where I get the most power is right here. So I'll even take my finger and put it in like a key pinch position, and then I put the handle like right there, just on the edge. So I don't know if you can see that good. So I've got my finger completely bent in that key pinch position, and then I just bury this handle in the side right here. And then I cock my elbow out, and I'm using my chest to push the handles together. I know Frank just mentioned not really walking your fingers up, but more just starting to set the gripper, have this hand open, and then just clamp down and do the close. That obviously works well for Steve, and it looks like it's working great for Frank. I haven't gotten comfortable with that yet. But like I said, it's working for some of the top guys, so if that works better for you, then do it that way. But quick synopsis: end of the handle should split your pinky right here. Have it in this first crease. Make sure when you're setting, have it high up on your index, not here or here. High up on your index. Cock that elbow out. Not like this, but cock your elbow out so you're pushing it together. And I literally will walk my fingers. Like, that's real important. Just really walk those fingers. Now your pinky's not walking at all. You don't have room for your pinky. What you're doing is you're kind of holding the handles in place. In fact, you'll see a lot of my closes, my pinky's out, and then when I start going for the close is when I bring it on. But that's pretty much the way that I like to set. Again, having my hand cocked, creating this wall, not letting the gripper handle slide back, posting my thumb on the gripper handle, which again, I like to open my hand up, and then I'm even pushing down on my thumb a little bit right here before my set, because that's causing this gripper handle to bury into my palm. And then key pinch sort of with your index, push it down, walk those fingers. I'm in a choked gripper position here, and practice on some lighter grippers. You'll start getting a lot stronger. You'll be able to take whatever, and it should feel the same. Here's a 3. I don't know why it's not focusing. Anyways, this is a 3. I do it the same way. Just bury it into my palm, set it. Ah, shit. And same idea, post it in your palm, walk those fingers, do that parallel set, mash. Anyways, hope that helped. Good luck.
Yes, I get by with a little help from my friends.